Ed Warner was saying last night that you worked really hard to reshape your body this offseason. What did that look like for you, that process?
It just looked like taking a lot, into consideration. Her worked with me and Abigail worked with me closely to, just change my daily habits and focus on the most.
What spurred that changes now in this past year?
I wouldn't say focus. I wouldn't say it was, so much this year, but it's just been a continuation and just improving.
How has that changed your ability, like the things you can do on the field, your abilities? What you
Well, you saw we was huddle before, and now we're no huddle, so I was able to hold up and stay alive.
What stuff, I guess, more specifically, did you change? You mentioned like habits. Like, what are some of those?
Just eating and sleeping. Sleeping is the most. As a college student, it's like take sleep for granted, and you just want to stay up and play the game. So start to take that more serious.
Is that a hard adjustment to make at all?
Yeah, you got to be mature about it, and know you have stuff to do tomorrow. So it's like,
So like, what did it look like before, and what does it look like now, just in terms of the hours?
Before I would probably get about 6 or 7, but now I'm trying to get 9 or 10 every other night.
Stuff.
Did use 9 or 10 hours.
Very tough.
What time do you go to bed?
Usually or just now? Usually I probably would go to bed around 12. Now I'm trying to cut it off around 10. And then on the class schedule, I will usually wake up at 8 or 9.
Do you try to get different, like later classes in your schedule, or?
We pretty much have to have class before meetings or practice, so it's all pretty much 8 through 1. So yeah.
How'd you guys grade out as a unit on Saturday?
We didn't get like a whole grade,
Right.
but individually we got grades. But I think everyone did well. Everyone graded above the standard, so.
Okay. Talk about the freshmen and how they played. Sorry if you've already been asked that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
They played well. Speaking for Jalen, he handled a lot of blitzes and a lot of looks, maturely. And I really didn't have to say stuff because it's been, coached and worked on throughout the week. So I'm glad to see that it was retained throughout the game.
Is Ryan Hayes kind of a surprise to everybody?
Yeah, it was a surprise. Besides watching the film, I didn't know he did as well as he did.
Yeah.
So, I was proud to see that.
What jumped out on film when you watched him?
Huh?
What jumped out when you watched his film?
Just that he was holding up. He's tall and lanky and kind of not skinny, but he's the skinniest out of all of us. So, he was holding his own against people rushing from 5-10 yards.
Do you ever think about where this offensive line is now, especially depth-wise, relative to like a year ago now?
We do have a lot of depth, seeing as we have so many freshmen and whatnot from this year, and then a lot of them are playing, as you saw. The twos got in, and I think it's good. Last previous years we didn't really have as much depth, so couldn't really do as much. So I think it's good.
Strength-wise, do you think you're at the best point in your career right now?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
What's the confidence level in that room right now compared to after week 1 a year ago?
Seeing as we have a lot of younger guys, I can't really speak for them, but seeing as for the inside or the core, me, Caesar Ben, it's the next game. We didn't do as well as we wanted to the first game, so just improving to the next week.
I think last year you graded out as one of the highest pass protectors in the Big Ten. What did you do to change your game going into 2018 in that aspect?
For me, it was a lot of focusing on my footwork and position-wise. It's exactly like if he's a 3-tech, 4-out-4. Just kind of counting kicks and counting steps to to be in that right exact moment to punch.
Was that advice from Ed Warner?
Just all the coaches as collective.
Okay.
People often talk about the importance, especially of offensive linemen, for redshirting and sort of getting that year to get your feet under you. You guys have a lot of freshmen now who are probably going to redshirt. What is the benefit of that? What kind of things do you gain, and how is that better than being thrown into fire right away?
You get to, like you already know, you get to build muscle and be around it, and then get to know the playbook even more. So before or besides being thrown in the fire, you get to know what you're doing before you actually get in.
Do you think that's a bigger difference at offensive line than at other positions?
Oh yeah, for sure. You can get in a receiver and run around, but it's like, if you're not physically there as an offensive lineman, you just don't got it.
How big a test was that first one for you guys with the amount of blitzes they brought and all that?
They definitely brought a lot of blitzes. We picked up most of it. We worked on it hard, but some stuff got past us. So.
What are the personalities like on the offensive line?
Hayes and Jalen pretty much chill. Me and Caesar pretty much the silly ones on the line. Ben is pretty much all serious, but I'm getting Jalen along on it.
Or do you think that helps having a little bit of different
Yeah,
personnel
it
or
helps
something?
definitely. It helps definitely. Everyone does need to be serious. You know, some people just lay back and do what you need to do.
What are your impressions of the true freshman linemen?
What do you mean impression was like how they played or
Yeah,
just
how they
on
play. Yeah, I mean, where do you think they're going to be in a couple years?
I mean, they took the first step last Saturday, so sky's the limit for both of them.
I'm talking about the true freshmen, the guys that just came in.
Well.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they've been doing well. So you know, as the season goes on, should look forward to them playing or getting some time.
Did you have individual goals coming into the season?
My individual goals was just to do as best as I could. You know, as watching last year film, I didn't really finish a lot or didn't, just kind of lazy on plays. So that's pretty much my focus this year.
You're talking about finishing blocks or finishing games?
Blocks,
Blocks.
like downfield and whatnot. So yeah.
I know you still have a lot of season left to be played this year, but do you think about football as a career move after the season a lot? Or?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's going good for me now, so why not?
Anything else? All right, thanks everybody. Appreciate it.